Heat willing to trade key $85 million starter, per reports. Head coach Erik Spoelstra of the Miami Heat reacts against the Milwaukee Bucks. In August 2021, Toronto Raptors hero and championship point guard decided to move on from the North and join the Miami Heat in South Beach. The veteran forward signed a 3-year $85 million deal to become the Heat's starting point guard. Lowry came in with a fair amount of expectations as a new veteran leader for this Heat squad. However, his season was a bit disappointing. The six-time All-Star dealt with personal issues and injuries that affected his play and his time first season in Miami. One NBA executive even told Heavy Sports that undrafted backup point guard Gabe Vincent was the clear best option on the team. Go back and watch them in the playoffs last year. I think the dirty little secret there is that they were better with Gabe Vincent on the floor than with Kyle Lowry. Now, to be fair to Lowry, he was not healthy, that was obvious. But on the other side, they were really good with Vincent in there. He did not play lights out, but he could get the ball to Jimmy Butler and get out of the way, then play some defense on the other side. So they're fine with him as the backup, the Eastern Conference executive told Heavy. The problem is, if Lowry has trouble staying healthy again, you're going to have Harrell playing backup point guard and Oladipo playing backup point guard. That's not the ideal setup. But they're more concerned about the tax right now, so I don't see them making any real changes. Heat willing to trade Kyle Lowry. With that considered, the Heat were reported by Fox Sports NBA insider Rick Booker to be willing to trade their veteran point guard, Lowry, after one disappointing season and the start of this season. One league source said the Heat are willing to move Kyle Lowry, but at 37, and with another year left on a 3-year $85 million deal, it's hard to identify a team that would take him on and provide the Heat with an upgrade, Booker wrote. Lowry had some impressive outputs, while the Heat were hampered by injuries to key players, including Jimmy Butler. He had his season-high 28-point performance on November 23 against the Washington Wizards. The point guard has averaged 16.4 points a game over his last 7 games. Could his recent play increase his trade potential? Or is it the play the Heat have been waiting for that they expected when acquiring him? Heat Big Four and recent run. With the strong play of Lowry, it puts him inside part of what has been termed the Heat's Big Four by head coach Erik Spoelstra. He made the comment after Lowry, Bam Adebayo, Jimmy Butler, and Tyler Herro each scored 20+ points in their impressive win against the Boston Celtics on December 2nd. Following the win, Adebayo declared the Heat as hard to beat when they get performances like this from their key 4 players. "It's our Big Four," said center Bam Adebayo, per the Miami Herald's Anthony Chang. "It's who we depend on most throughout the game on both sides of the court. When you're missing one of the pieces, you can tell. But when we're all together, I feel like we're hard to beat." Miami Heat put on a The Miami Heat walked into Memphis on Monday with their heads held high. Beating the league and conference best, Boston Celtics, in a thriller on Friday night, the Miami Heat finally thought they had something they could build on. It all played well, to quote coach Erik Spoelstra himself, and the team was able to get consistent, cohesive, and complete showings from most of their parts for a change. Heck, and also for a change, they had most of their parts in tow to actually be able to go to on Friday. Carrying that good health over into Monday and setting the stage even more perfectly for a Miami Heat win, the Memphis Grizzlies would be without, arguably, their 3 best players in Jaren Jackson Jr., Desmond Bane, and of course, Ja Morant.